Hey you guys, how's it going? Okay, I thought I'd take you along as I do some listing today. I'm gonna do some photographing. I have a lot of stuff I need to catch up on and list, so I thought I might as well film it and share it with you guys. I'm gonna be listing clothing mostly today, clothing and shoes. I might need to repair a few things. Like I mentioned in my last video, I have a new photographing setup. For those of you new here, my name is Ashley and I am a mom of 2 little boys, ages 6 and 8, and I sell on eBay and Amazon part-time while being a mom and doing all my normal mom things. And I absolutely love what I do, and I like sharing what I do with all of you so that you can learn how to do it too. So my husband took the kids to the pumpkin patch. I'm gonna see how many items I can photograph right now. I'm gonna go as quickly as possible. Let me first show you kind of what my lighting setup looks like. Okay, so as you can see, I've got hanging mannequins here. I've got 2 of them, a male and a female. Here's all the stuff that I need to list and get through, some of it. A lot of it also is over here that I need to just kind of move through. This has been already photographed. This needs to be photographed. So yeah, I hung my white backdrop that I had in my old black light box. It was just too big. Honestly, you guys, I thought I could maybe even squeeze it into this space, but it's just too big. So instead, I used Velcro. You can hear here. And I stuck some of the components of the light box to my wall, and now I stuck those magnetic lights to that metal pole on each side. And with the addition of a ring light, it provides quite a bit of light to get some photographs done. But I really only plan on using these mannequins when I have something that needs to be showcased. Like, this doesn't really need to be showcased. I can flat lay something like that. Like I mentioned, this is my male mannequin. So yeah, when I need to flat lay, my plan is to unclip this, fold it out, ta-da, and point my ring light down a little bit more. And then I have a nice bright white space to then do some flat lays. So that's my plan. I got a lot of comments last time saying that you guys missed the bins wall. So I'm gonna try to include that in my shots when I'm at my desk. But my plan, when I'm listing, I'm doing just the front, the back, the size and fabric tag, the measurements, and that's it. I measure right on the fabric just so that people in the pictures can see the measurements, and I save myself the step of having to write them down later or type them into the description. They're right there for people to see, and I just prefer doing it that way, and I just do it with a quick sewing measuring tape. I photograph as quickly as possible. I'm trying to list as fast as I can because the more I can list, the more I'll sell. And I've found that I've seriously gone all over the spectrum. I've taken photographs really nice on a mannequin, made them look super crisp, sharp, and clear. I've taken photographs with a DSLR camera. I have taken photographs with just my phone on the floor as fast as I can. Sometimes even on my countertop when I just am in a huge hurry and I know something will sell well, I list it there. And what I've found is it doesn't really make that much of a difference. I think if you have something really nice, it needs to be photographed in a really pretty way, something that's very high-end. But if you have the right brand and you have the right style, it doesn't really matter how you photograph it. And from my experience, it's more, is the picture clean and bright? Does it show the item really well? Does it show it the right fabric color? I mean, obviously don't do it like on your bed or in your bathroom, probably would be kind of gross. Like, as long as it's good enough, I've found that it'll still sell. So that's my experience. That's kind of why I'm going with a simplified photo setup. And I found personally that flat lay is the fastest way for me to get my stuff photographed, listed, and done. Mannequins though, I feel like that I'm glad I have the option to do mannequins though, just in case I do have something that's long or needs to be showcased in a different way that flat lay just can't do. In my last video, I showed a deconstructed jacket that was kind of the perfect example of this. There was no way to flat lay this in a way that made sense. I was really glad for the mannequin because it showed like kind of the deconstruction and the asymmetrical zip. I don't get products like that very often though, but I'm glad that I have the hanging mannequins just in case. I'm going to link to them in my description below if you guys are interested. I also link to my office supplies and various things that I have found helpful. You do throw a few pennies my way if you use my links. You don't have to. You pay the same price though as you would on Amazon, or you can just go look for them yourself on Amazon and find the stuff that you need. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna get to it, you guys. Come follow along with me and let's photograph together. Let's list some stuff together. Okay guys, now I'm sharing my screen with you because I want to just list a couple things with you. I use a third-party application to actually do my listing. You could do it a variety of ways. You can find a virtual assistant who can gain third-party access to your eBay store and list items for you without seeing all of your personal details. That's something that eBay has as an option. You can use something like InkFrog. There's a lot of other things out there that allow you to list third-party. But for the sake of this video, I just want to share a quick way to do it right on eBay, especially if you're just getting started. eBay is a pretty fast way to do it if you do it this way, if you find something that's similar. So I'm going to show you how I do it. I have these Sorel Joan of Arctic boots that I thrifted a while back. Well, I got from a yard sale. And I happen to know what they're called, but you can also just search for Sorel tall lace-up boots with fur trim. I'll put women's black, and let's see what pulls up. Okay, so as we can see right here, we have some sponsored posts. That means that the seller is paying the promotion fee to have it be listed at the top. Okay, so it looks like these sell new for a little over $100. Mine are in really good condition. They are pre-owned. Just for fun, let's see what the sold prices are. Okay, so when something is sold that was on auction, that's always going to, well, not always, a lot of times it's going to sell for less than it would buy it now, and I only usually sell buy it now. So that's something to consider if you're seeing comps like this one that's $44.99 plus $15 shipping, had one bid. That just means that one person bid on it. It was probably the lowest bid, and it sold for $45 plus $15, so $60, which is lower than I think I could fetch for these. So let's continue to look. Okay, so I have a pretty good idea. I think I'm going to list these at around $75 and then take offers. That's kind of what I do. If I see comps, I look on the higher end and then I think, okay, if an offer comes in, I can go ahead and accept that. So I'm going to find a really decent listing. These sold for some kind of best offer for $90. I'm going to click on that listing and then just click here, sell one like this. And as you can see, it'll populate all of the things that I need already. So it has the title and everything. Mine are not an 8.5, mine are a women's 7. And that title looks really good. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that title there. I have among my own categories, sometimes I use this, sometimes I don't, but shoes for my store categories. And then I'll just put in the description, great pre-owned condition. And then I will add my photos. So yeah, just drag and drop all your photos over here. All of these item specifics are already filled out, which is really nice, except again, just the shoe size. I'm just adjusting the size really. Everything else seems to be accurate. And in the item description, you can just put anything you want. So what I like to do, and again, I use the third-party software, but for this example, you can go ahead and copy that title right in there. Put the title in the description just because when eBay is pulling up search results for buyers, they search in the title and the description as well. So go ahead and just put that in there and then put in your shipping policy, ships quickly. You can describe your return policy, you offer returns, you don't offer returns. You can disclose a little bit more about the item, the wear, the state of it. Is it in good condition, decent condition, etc. Any flaws. And so I will just go ahead and do that. And this is again just an example. I'm not going to fill that completely out. And then I'll just put in my price. Here I have my shipping templates. And so for this one I would do, for shoes, I choose my priority mail $10 one business day template. I just like to have $10 because it gives me a buffer for any kind of shoe. Usually shoes can fit in a large padded flowered envelope, but if they can't, this helps give me a little bit of a buffer. So that's what I do. Totally your preference though. I don't put in the weight or dimensions yet. I don't do that as I'm listing. I do that when I'm shipping. And that's why I just know with certain items about what it's going to cost me to ship. I just don't find it necessary, and it's kind of a time eater if I'm filling all that out first. So instead I just do it as I'm shipping. And that's what's worked for me, but do again what works for you. And I set everything at a 1 or 2%. Today I'm feeling generous, so I'll do a 2%. Promoted listing rate to get it sold faster, and then that's it. I'm ready to list. Okay, and then let's do one more. I photographed a bunch of Lululemon bags that I picked up a while back. So let's go ahead and search for this one. I just typed in Lululemon and the words flow with it, because as you can see in this bag, that's what it says. So that's as good of a keyword as I can get. And sure enough, it pulled up this bag. The Lululemon Go With The Flow tote bag in bright yellow. Someone's selling it for $64 plus about $8 shipping. Someone had maybe 30 bucks, but that was for a different color. So I think I'm going to go ahead and click sell now. And I'm going to list mine for a similar price. These keywords in this title look pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and put yoga and gym just to add some extra keywords to the end. I'm going to say great pre-owned condition and add my photos. Okay, so I've got my image. You can just drop all the images down there. And luckily we see that a lot of these are already filled out for us. Of course, the more item specifics that you add, the better, if you can. I don't think character applies to this. It's not vintage. It's a solid pattern, so I'll go ahead and put that. And then whatever product description I want, again, you can just, I think it's just a good idea to grab the title, stick that in the description, and then, you know, your shipping policies, whatever. You can have that saved on your notepad or somewhere on your desktop. Just easily copy and paste that in, because usually it's the same for everyone's listings. And then, yeah, I would list for around $50. And for bags, I also do $10 shipping. There we go. So 1 business day, handling time, $10, and I am good to go. So if you get into a real groove, you can have several tabs going and just start filling out the pictures, changing a couple things at the title, and then sending it live, and you're good to go. So it's just one very easy way. If you can't find the exact item, you can generally find something very similar and only have to adjust a few things from there. All right, you guys, I am out. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I hope it helped in some way. Don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel for more content from my perspective as a reseller. I appreciate you all. Thank you again. I'm just using a filter, by the way, so that my face isn't quite so scary. It's 3 a.m. I'm like really tired, but I'm really glad that I got a lot done today. I needed to get it done. Thanks, you guys. Take care, and I will catch you next time.